listen, I can't hold back the real stuff that you need to understand. You feel me? A lot of these spiritual people be talking, but they can never put it into a way that I put it in that could get you to understand what's really going on as you're making these decisions in the third dimension. Now understand what I have to tell you. You are living in alternate realities at all times. Whatever reality that you live in right now, whatever reality I live in, can be shifted. And how do we shift and live in an alternate universe as we are universes unto ourselves? How do we shift and live in a new reality? People talk about parallel universes and parallel alternate realities. All you have to do is choose the alternative. Once you look at your day as a road with decisions and choices lined up as different divergences, different tracks that if you go left or right, you will end up at a different destination, you can realize that in your choices, in your disciplines, you are making choices that are based on alternatives. So for example, I wake up early in the morning. What do I have to say to myself? Am I going to get up? What's the alternative? I go back to sleep. What are the pros and the cons? Waking up and getting to the gym is aligned with the reality that I want to live in. A better body, a better mind, a higher self-esteem, better alignment. If I go back to sleep, I'm going to feel like shit. I'm going to vibrate like shit. I am not going to be in that reality that I really say I want to live in. So what you have to do is become very clear about your goals. Stop watching my videos if you don't want to be made conscious of yourself, because that's exactly what this is all about. Your world is yours is about upping your personal understanding of self, raising your self-awareness and your consciousness to the point that you recognize that you are actually a self-deciding, autonomous, spiritual creature being that has the choice to manifest a reality and relation and relativity to the external environment that you live in. Is that hard to understand? So now you have to look at everything that you do. Are you choosing health? Are you choosing sickness? Are you choosing wealth? Are you choosing poverty? The dream life that you want to live is on the opposite side. It's on the alternative end of the choices that you make daily. Now, you have a self that you are right now that is not that individual of the highest ideal. The only thing separating you from being that individual is your habits. And your habits are your choices that you tend to make. So it boils down to tendencies, right? You have to now shift the decisions and choices that you tend to make. This is how you end up in an alternate universe. You don't have to teleport however many light years away to end up in a different universe, because like I said in the beginning of this video, you are a universe unto yourself. This is gonna sound perplexing to many people, but for the ones that it's intended to get in the moment, they will get it. And in the future, many people will awaken to the level of consciousness to be able to receive and accept exactly what I say now. So that's not what's gonna stop me. Exactly. Shifting reality, shifting paradigms, living in different parallels. So what you need to do if you ever truly want to become better is recognize and be accountable to the outcomes and the effects of your actions. You want to live in an alternate world where you're doing the greatest things you ever widely imagined? Right. Start making choices that are aligned with that outcome. Start looking at everything as what's the alternative? What's the alternative? And you stop giving yourself choices. So if I choose to not make this video, I'm choosing to not live in alignment with the goals and dreams and aspirations of helping people help themselves through raising their consciousness. Exactly. If I choose to selfishly be like how I feel, if I choose to not work out, if I'm choosing a weaker body, right? If I choose to inhale some drugs, if I choose to smoke or drink, right? I'm choosing an alternate reality where then I'm becoming more inclined to addiction, more subservient to carnal impulses, less in control of my mind, and less self-directing, less harmonious, less integrated, all of these things. I don't care what you say. You can come up with the loftiest arguments. I was born perfect, you were born perfect, and the truth is, people bring themselves away from their perfection by their own hand. Back to the video where I said people oppress themselves. People oppress themselves, people degrade themselves because all you ever was a creature that naturally levels up. But you got in your own way and you started making choices that were aligned with selfish desires instead of making choices that were aligned with your higher aspirations. You traded off the low for the high, or the high for the low. See, when you live on that frequency of shifting paradigms, shifting realities, and living in an alternate universe, living in an alternate parallel universe, reality, right? You become a reality shifter. You stop trading the high for the low, and you start trading off and sacrificing the low for the higher, right? Alternates. What's the alternative, baby? YWY. I'm holding everybody accountable. You can't evade that. And even if you don't want to think about it and you want to go back to being unconscious, you know deep down in the depths of your soul, when you lay your head on your pillow, that gnawing feeling in your chest, and right, you feel that. You know you're not living up to your potential, and you know Sheikhy is right. So at the end of the day, how you gonna do it? You could continue to choose the weaker side of you, or you could begin to choose the stronger side of you. Choices are being made, sacrifices are being made all day. Some of us really rather just do the work and feel great and do what appears difficult at first, but really gets easier over time, than to do what appears as easy in the moment and really becomes extremely difficult over time. And you can see the effects of people's selfish desires manifested in their lack of health, lack of mental stability, lack of spiritual satiation. Exactly. I would never want to live in an obese body. You know how heavy gravity is, bro? I don't give a fuck what y'all niggas is talking about. You feel me? Then I would never want to live in a body with decreased lung capacity. I used to smoke. I know the vibes. You feel me? I would never want to live in a body that's pulling my attention away from the things I want to because it's desiring some type of chemical induction. Exactly. I've been there. I've done that. I freed myself. I'm not a slave no more. Exactly. And you need to rise up to your freedom. Whatever you are, your world is yours. If you want to ever shift your reality, I just gave you the blueprint. Now, you need the blueprint, the map, the instructions on how to get your body right, because I'm tired of people going to the gym, talking about, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, and you look crazy, you look sick. And then you look at me mad because I'm looking great, and I know I'm looking great because I made that, and I swag that, and I know what I'm doing, right? But you hating on me. Why you hating on me? Because you could just ask me questions. Be like, yo, how'd you do that? Word? How long you been doing this? Oh, wow, 2 years, bro? Damn, bro. Looking great, bro. Right. I could, listen, whatever you are, your world is yours. Consider vibrations raised. Knowledge is power, and I just empowered you. Now you need to apply this power. You need to apply this knowledge. From the abstract, get the blueprint. Tap in with me. Your world is yours. I love y'all. Consider vibrations raised.